So if you're wondering how to fold your blanket, I just fold it in half and then half again. And then I'm going quarters. So 1, 2, 3 folds. And let's get it ready. We'll use it immediately this morning. You can place it right behind your sitting bones, right behind your tailbone. And if you want to, in this particular moment, you can sit on top of it for a moment here if you want to, or just let it rest behind you. And then you can just have your strap to the side. Good. Beautiful. Just settling in. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. You can close the eyes. Cleansing exhale through the mouth. Smooth inhale. Cleansing exhale. And one more time. And drop the chin towards the heart ever so slightly. Lift the heart up towards the chin. And just become aware of this moment. Notice all the contact points with the body and the earth. Notice any sounds, smells, or tastes. Notice the play of light behind the eyelids. Notice the feeling of your space that you're in. Noticing the temperature of the air. And we'll bring the palms together at the heart. You can just listen or you can join in with me for the sound of Om. And begin to drop back, letting your spine come down on top of your blanket. You can bring either the soles of the feet together or you can let the legs release out long. Make sure that your neck is comfortable, so you can always tuck the blanket a little bit more under the neck, or you can place extra cushion underneath the head and just let the arms come out to the sides. And I'm going to sit up and lead you through a breath exercise while you're in this position. So go ahead and just rest here. Make sure that your body feels comfortable. If there's any little tweaks or shifts that you need to make, go ahead and make them now. And we'll come into Viloma breath. This breath includes some little pauses. And when we have pauses in our breath, it creates pauses in the mind. And so we'll be inhaling in 3 sections and then exhaling smoothly. So let's inhale together. And then exhale, relaxing your breath out and feel the bottom of your exhale. And inhale just 1/3 and pause. Inhale a second third, pause. Inhale a third third, pause. Exhale, feel the bottom. Inhale one third, pause. Inhale a second third, pause. Inhale a third third, pause. Exhale, feel the bottom. And continue this breath at your own pace. And for these last few, can you slow it down a tiny bit more? And upon your next exhale, release this breath and let your natural breath take over. And beginning to deepen your natural breath, coming into Dirga. As you inhale, fill the belly, then the rib cage, then the chest with breath. As you exhale, release back the way you came, releasing the chest, then the ribs, then the belly. You don't have to use your full breath capacity. Just make your breath a little bit deeper than your natural breath rhythm. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And stretch the arms up over the head. And we'll roll to the left, rolling off of the prop into a fetal position. You can press your right hand into the floor, pressing up. Your knees are facing to the side. And just inch back so that your prop is at your left hip here. And your hands are on either side of the prop and you're twisting. Now this might be enough. You might not even use the prop at all. You're just twisting, knees are to the left, hands are on either side of the prop. Sending your breath down into the low belly, a little bit extra. And some of you might like to actually come down onto the forearms or lay your lower belly onto the prop in this twist. Relaxing the hips, relaxing the legs. You can tuck the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. And if you love this and you want to go a little bit lower, you can lay the chest down onto the prop as well and turn your head to the left, bringing the right ear to the ground. And just taking a few breaths here. And on an inhale, press the hands into the floor, rising back up. Good. Unwind. Let your knees come up. An inch over to the left so that your knees fall to the right. And your prop is snugging up to your right hip. Hands come to the floor. Send your breath down into the low belly. You're twisting here. You can stay here the whole time or start to come down onto the forearms. Good. Releasing any hard edges of the breath. If there's any tension being created on the breath, can you smoothen or soften that? Again, you're welcome to stay here, or you can actually lay the belly and the heart down on the prop. If it's possible, left ear comes down, arms relax. Take a few deep breaths here. This is really great for grounding. Just grounding the body, grounding energy. On an inhale, bring the hands to the floor, pressing up. Good, and just release your prop off to the side. And gently release onto the sitting bones, letting the knees stick up with the feet wide. And just rocking them side to side. Good. Windshield wipers. The next time your knees go to the right, let your left arm reach all the way around. Deep twist. And then switch other side. Wringing out the body. One more on each side. Good. Pause at center. Place your hands underneath the knees with your toes touching the floor. Glide your shoulders down the back. Begin to lift the heart. Notice your belly engaging. Breathing here, begin to lift the feet up and let's circle the feet around, lubricating the knee joint. Keep your breath. If you haven't already, you can layer on that ujjayi, contracting the throat so that you have more control over the speed of your breath. Circle the other way. You're building strength in your belly and your back this whole time. Good, lift the feet up. Lift one leg even higher. Switch. Try to lift both feet up. Good, can you lift the heart a tiny bit higher? Exhale, bring your feet to the ground. Let your hands reach out on either side of you. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down onto the floor. Press your back into the floor as you hug your knees into the chest. And then rock your knees side to side like you're massaging the sacrum and the back against the earth as you press down. Lengthen the back of your neck. Find that center point where your spine is at center. Bring your feet down to the floor, in front of and a little bit to the side of each sitting bone. Tuck your shoulders down and inward towards your spine. Let your palms rest on the earth. You can even spread your toes here. And before we lift the hips, let's just take a few little pelvic tilts, tilting it up and down. Like little cat-cows here. And the next time that you tilt your lower pelvis up and you press your middle back into the floor, press into your feet also, and inhale as you lift the hips up towards the sky. Good. You can always walk the shoulders under you a little bit more, maybe even interlace the hands if it's accessible. If not, just keep the palms on the ground. Breathe. You're pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, relax the thighs. Even relax the buttocks muscles if you can. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Notice energy building. You might feel heat building. See if you can lift the pelvic floor a little bit, Mula Bandha. And on your next exhale, slowly lower it down. Take a moment to just notice sensations shifting. Notice the play of energy. Draw your right knee in and extend your left leg out long. Take your strap and open it up and place your right foot into the strap. And then I like to just let the loose ends of the strap fall down, and I bring them together and I just hold on to them with both hands. And let's begin to circle this foot, this leg. And just keep your breath, even though the circle might be faster than what your breath rhythm is. And as you get more comfortable circling, the circle might get a little bit bigger. You're lubricating and massaging the hip joint, our largest joint in the body. And this also opens all the meridians in the leg, so all those knotty channels in the leg, and especially the back of the leg, the hamstring, which we don't want to overstretch. But when we open the life nerve that runs up the back of the leg, it helps us to have more sustainable energy throughout the day. Let's circle in the other direction for a few. And then when you're ready, you can start to rock the foot side to side. Exhaling as you come into the twist. You might even hold the strap with your left hand, reaching the right arm away. And inhaling as you open the leg to the right, holding the strap with the right hand. And just play with this. Maybe begin to hear the sound of Om on your breath. You're welcome to pause in one of the positions, taking a few Om breaths here. Maybe pausing in the other position. Eventually, you can lift the leg up and walk your hands up the strap, folding your head towards the knee. Lift your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, slightly here as you lower your spine down. And then allow this right knee to start to bend to the right a little bit on the right side of your rib cage. And you're holding the strap with both hands, but your knee is bending out to the side like a half of a happy baby. Now mentally send your breath down into the right hip. Good. On an inhale, straighten the leg up. Release the strap. Keep your leg nice and long as you lower it all the way down. Now just pause with both legs down and notice both sides of the body. Notice how the right side feels and how the left side feels. And let's come into the other side, drawing the left knee into the chest. And when you're ready, lift the foot up to the sky, placing your strap over it. Starting small, little circles. Hearing the sound of Om on your breath. The more that we're in this present moment, no matter what we're doing, the more we're practicing yoga, the true definition of yoga. And so remember, yoga can happen even when we're washing the dishes. We're just being present. Or yoga can happen when we're in a yoga pose. But having that ability to listen to your breath opens us up to a greater sense of presence, a greater sense of awareness. Whenever it feels right, circle the other way. And let your circles get as big as is comfortable for you. Every day is a little different. Eventually, you can start to rock side to side, inhaling as you open, exhaling as you twist. You can slow your breath down. Feel free to pause for a few breaths. Can you mentally send your breath down into the hip or wherever you're feeling this? And pausing in the other position. Whenever this feels complete, you can lift the leg up, walk the hands up the strap, folding. What happens if you lift Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor? Lower your spine down and begin to bend this left knee out to the side by your left rib cage or shoulder. Holding the strap with the hands, send your breath into the left hip a little bit more. What happens if you inhale a little bit more at the top of your inhale? And what happens if you squeeze that last bit of exhale out? Last breath. Begin to reach it up. Nice long leg. Take the strap off. Let the strap fall to the side. And keep this nice long leg as you lower it all the way down. Pausing with both legs on the floor. Notice the right side of the body. Notice the left side. And notice both sides together as one. Draw the knees into the chest. And let's come into full happy baby. You can hold on to the outside edges of each foot. Let the knees open wide and down. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. And then if you'd like to, you can rock it side to side. Again, your breath is probably slower than the movement. And on your next exhale, bring the soles of the feet down to the earth, preparing for one more bridge. Shoulders tuck, down and under the spine. Press into the feet, lift the hips up to the sky. How tall can you reach your navel point up towards the sky? You can even lift the heels coming onto your tippy toes, the balls of the feet. Beautiful. Exhale, lower it down. Let the knees fall in towards each other. Relax. 30 seconds. How much can you drop in and let everything go? And deepening your breath. Let's roll over onto one side, pressing up. And we'll make our way to standing. And just coming up to the top of your mat, spreading through the toes. Notice how the hips feel, relaxing them. And let your palms face forward in mountain. Pick a spot to gaze, so each time that you come back to mountain pose, you can find this gaze point again. We're going to move with our breath. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. You can even shift your gaze up towards the sky. On an exhale, hinging at the hips, open the arms wide as you fly down. Inhale, flat back, hands can come to the shins. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reaching all the way out and up, gazing up. Exhale, find your mountain gaze point. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Reach up so high a little back bend happens. Exhale, flying down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale all the way up, so high a little back bend happens. Exhale, find your mountain gaze. Adding down dog, inhale, reaching up, little back bend. Exhale, flying down. Inhale, flat back, lengthening from tailbone to ground, get even longer. Good, keep this length as you fold. Plant your hands down with wide fingers and walk your feet back until your body forms the shape of a triangle, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers even more and press into the whole hand. Let your shoulders glide away from the neck. They relax away from the neck. And let's pedal the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Keep your breath. You can even tuck the chin a little bit here. Good. Bend your knees, coming up onto your toes, pressing into the hands, reach those sitting bones high. And on an exhale, lower your heels. Let them start to get heavy. They don't have to touch the mat, but they're just getting heavy, lowering down. One more breath. On an inhale, gaze forward, walk your feet up, coming into that flat back at the top of your inhale. Keep this length as you exhale and fold. Inhale, reaching up so high that a little back bend happens. Exhale, find your mountain gaze. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, hinging. Inhale, flat back, getting even longer. Exhale, keep this length as you fold. Bring the hands to the mat. Walk your feet back into downward dog. You can always choose child's pose instead of downward dogs. Remember, you never have to do anything that I offer. Good. A little bit shorter this time. We're going to walk up already. Gaze it forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up. This time, let your palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring them down to your heart center. Inhale, bend the knees, leaning onto your right foot. Step your left toes back, and then lower your heel a little bit diagonally towards the middle of your mat. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle, and your front foot is facing forward. So if my back toes were pointing to the long edge of my mat, that would be a 90-degree angle. And instead, I want them pointing a little bit up, so it's at 45. Bending into your front knee. Shift your heart, so your heart is facing forward. And then draw your rib cage back towards your spine a little bit. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, let your shoulders drop a little bit. Relax your legs. Warrior one. This is a power pose. Let's take 10 powerful breaths. Fast inhale and exhale, in and out through the nose. Inhale deeply, get a little taller. Exhale, sink in. Bring your hands back down to the heart. Lean it forward, step it up. Other side, inhale, bend the knees. Leaning onto your left foot, step your right foot back, 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the legs. Find your gaze point. And you're welcome to take 10 powerful breaths with me. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, sink in a little bit more. Hands come to the heart, lean it forward, step it up. Ooh, let's lower down onto the belly. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, flying down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, downward dog. This time we're going to lower down onto the belly. So let's inhale into plank and then lower the knees. Relax your feet. Bend the elbows, lower your chest and chin and belly onto the ground. Inch your legs together and elongate them. And then just press into the hands a tiny bit and begin to lift your heart and your chest up off the floor. So this is a baby cobra. You can press down through your legs, press down through your pubic bone, lift the hands and notice your back doing all of this work. And then if it's comfortable, either interlace your hands behind the back or reach them back like airplane wings. Your toenails might come off the floor a little bit. Good, let your legs release, bring your hands back down to the floor and press into them a little bit more, lifting the chest a little higher. Shoulders glide down the back, either gaze down, straight ahead, or slightly up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, sink it all the way back into child's pose. Knees can be wide or together. Let your forehead rest on the earth. And let your breath go. Letting your head be the last thing to come up. You can roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And come sitting down on your mat with your folded blanket behind you once more. Coming back to where we first began. If you had a pillow up for the head, feel free to create that again. Soles of the feet can be together, legs can be crossed or out long. And lay your spine down on your folded blanket. And let your arms rest by the sides, either out to the side or a little bit down. Good. And once again, just check and see if you're comfy. If there are little places that need tweaking, go ahead and tweak them now. And you can stay in this pose. And I'll lead you through the Viloma breath once more. Inhaling in 3 segments with little pauses in between, and exhaling smoothly. So let's inhale together smoothly. And exhale, relaxing your breath out and feeling the bottom of your breath. And inhale 1/3 and pause. Inhale a second third, pause. Inhale a third, pause. Exhale, feel the bottom. Inhale 1, pause. 2, pause. 3, pause. Exhale. You can follow me or go at your own pace. Inhale 1, pause. 2, pause. 3, pause. Exhale. Inhale 1, pause. 2, pause. 3, pause. Exhale. And keep going. You can make this breath really light with very minimal effort. You don't have to use your full breath capacity. This can be subtle. Eventually, you can let this breath go and let your body breathe for itself naturally. No effort in the breath. You're welcome to stay on the prop for Shavasana, or you can remove the prop and let your back rest on the floor with the legs out long.
Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaya Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaya Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaya Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Slowly beginning to deepen your breath. You're welcome to rest in this pose for longer as we close out. You don't have to move. Or you can wiggle fingers and toes and roll over onto one side and come up to seated. You can bring the palms of the hands together at the heart or just imagine them there. And setting an intention, either for this moment, this day, month, or life. And we'll send out these intentions with 3 ohms. So when you're ready, let's inhale for Om. Bowing your head to your heart, honoring yourself for this practice, honoring yourself for any effort that it may have taken in showing up today. Namaste means the light within me honors, bows to the light within you. And so we honor our light within and our light within each other, our unity, by saying namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. I can't teach without you being here, so thank you so much for coming.